Today we'll do part 2 of polynomials. We'll be adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing polynomials, which obviously should be your review. Let's start with adding. When I have addition, and pay attention to the sign that you see. Common mistake would be just to start doing multiplication because you see two parentheses, but let's make sure we know this is addition. I'm just going to combine like terms. So I've got 17x to the third and I've got negative 9x to the third. So I go ahead and combine those and that would get me 8x to the third. You should not change your exponents. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one, which would be x squared. I've got negative 10x squared plus 10x squared. So that's going to actually cancel out and get me 0x squared, which we're not going to write. And then this is a 1x, remember, because I don't see a number out in front, it's a 1. 1x plus negative 5x, so 1 minus 4 or negative 4x. This next one is subtraction, but you have some coefficients out in front, so you gotta distribute those first. So here we're going to start by distributing to 6. 6 times x squared is 6x squared. 6 times negative 5x, negative 30x. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, let's now distribute the negative 4. It'd be negative 12x squared. Negative 4 times negative 2x is positive 8x. And negative 4 times 9. Negative 36. You now need to combine like terms. Obviously you have a few. The x's, constants. Okay, so that should get you a negative 6x squared minus 22x minus 18. And that would be your final answer. Okay, let's move on to some multiplication. If you see here, there are some special products. I'm going to be completely honest with you that I don't really ever use those, although it's helpful to know if you know them. And I'll point them out today, but I just use regular old distribution, okay? So use them if you know them from Algebra 2 or Pre-Calc. The first thing I'm going to do is a box method. If you hate it, then you don't have to use it ever again. But I know for me, when I have a 2 by 3 like this, I actually tend to use the box method. So I would make a 2 by 3 box here when I'm multiplying. And I'll put the binomial on the side and the trinomial on the top. And then go ahead and multiply each of the terms together. So that would be 12x to the third, because I need to add my exponents. Negative 8x squared. 28x, and now we'll multiply negative 5, so negative 15x squared, positive 10x, and negative 35. Okay, now we need to combine like terms. 12x to the third doesn't have any friends, but these guys do. So those would be like terms, and then the x's. So let's go ahead and combine like terms. Can you do that for me? And then write the final answer. All right, you should get 12x to the third minus 23x squared plus 38x minus 35. All right, let's look at the next one. So we are going to start by distributing only 2 at a time. You can only ever do 2 at a time, just a reminder. So even though I've got 3 polynomials here, I'm just going to deal with these first 2. That would be 3x to the third plus 2x squared. All right, you're not done because now you still have to distribute to this 3x minus 1. So you'll bring that down. And then again, you can use the box method if you want, if you like that better. I'm going to go ahead and just use regular distribution here. So that would be, let's see, 9x to the fourth minus 3x to the third. And now we'll go ahead and I'll switch colors. Now we'll distribute the 2x squared. So that would be 6x to the third minus 2x squared. You've got a couple like terms here in the middle. Go ahead and combine those. Positive 3x to the third in the middle. Okay, if you look at this next one, you might recognize that these are conjugates. And if you remember from Algebra 2, when you multiply conjugates together, it gives you a difference of squares. But let's go ahead and just do regular old distribution and see what happens. So if I do 7x times 7x, that's 49x squared. 7x times 10, 70x. Negative 10 times 7 is negative 70x. And then negative 10 times 10 is negative 100. Obviously, these cancel in the middle because you've got positive and negative. So it leaves you with the difference of squares, okay? So yes, that's your final answer, but just to clarify, this will always happen when you have conjugates, but you end up with a difference of squares. And that's one of those special cases that we see up here, the special products. Up next is another special product. It's a binomial squared. But again, if you don't know the rule, and I don't expect you to memorize it, just write it out. That means that there's two of these parentheses. 8x times 8x is 64x squared. 8x times 3, 24x. Okay, so now let's distribute the 3. It's also 24x. 3 times 3 is 9. So this will always happen in the middle, that you have two of the same, which is why it then adds up to get you 48. And you can see they're reflected in the special products up there if you happen to have memorized that in your previous class, okay? So this is called a perfect square trinomial. The last thing we'll talk about is dividing using long division, which is for sure the hardest part of today. Okay, so make sure you lock in and get this with me. Okay, so first up, let's go ahead and write this problem out for number 14. The big thing here is that you always look first to first. Looking at the first term, you compare to the first term, then you will figure out what do I need to multiply by, then you'll distribute that, and then change signs. So I'm going to write out those 3 steps real quick. Okay, so we're going to compare first term to first term. So that's 3x to 12x to the third. Okay, well, 3x times what gives me 12x to the third? That would be 4x squared, because remember this one has a power of 1. And you can just check that really quick. Okay, now we go ahead and distribute. What I mean by that is I multiplied 4x squared times both 3x, the first, and 2. So if we do that, and I'll try and color code all this way, I get 12x to the third, and then 4x squared times 2 is 8x squared. Okay, now here we're going to go ahead and draw a line and change signs. So draw a line, change signs. The reason why I'm changing signs is because I'm subtracting. That would cancel out these two, and then I go ahead and just do this operation here. Just do whatever you see, which is technically adding, but 11x squared plus negative 8x squared. So now I've got 3x squared, and I bring down the next term. Okay, and again, I'm comparing first to first. So 3x times what would give me 3x squared. Okay, well that's going to be 1x. We'll do this in red. And I go ahead and distribute that to both of these. So 1x times 3x will give me 3x squared. And those should always match. And then 1x times 2 will give me 2x. Okay, draw a line, change signs. The reason why you're changing signs is because you're subtracting. These should cancel out, and then you're doing what's left. So 5x minus 2x, that's 3x, and bring down the next term. Again, please compare first to first. So 3x times what gets me 3x? Well, that would be 1. Okay, we'll do purple this time. And now I distribute. Obviously, if I distribute to both of these things over here, I just get the same thing. So that's going to be 3x and positive 2. Draw a line, change signs. These cancel. Negative 10 minus 2, that's negative 8 minus 2 is negative 10. This is my remainder. And then we write our final answer. So we take what's on the top here. I'm going to go ahead and just rewrite it. 4x squared plus 1x, or just x, plus 1 with a remainder. So plus, remember, negative 10, that goes over the divisor, which is 3x plus 10. Or sorry, 3x plus 2. Last one's a little bit more complicated because you've got some missing terms. Anytime you have missing terms, you need to fill them in with zeros. You can see we're missing the 0x to the third here, and over here we're missing the x term, so 0x. It's really helpful to go ahead and write those in. When you're in synthetic, you absolutely have to, but we want to go ahead and write them in because it'll make our distribution easier. So let me go ahead and write the problem with the zeros in mind. All right, and we just follow the same process. So first to first, x squared times what gets me 8x to the fourth. That would be 8x squared. So I add my exponents. Now I distribute that to actually all three of these. This would be a little bit weird. So that would be 8x to the fourth. When I do 8x squared times 0x, it's going to get me, this seems probably kind of goofy. But it gets me just 0x to the third, which, like, obviously, but go ahead and write it in so you know that you're subtracting 0. And then 8x squared times 2, that's positive 16x squared. Draw a line, change signs on all of them. These cancel out. So do these, or they just add to 0, right? And then I'm left with negative 4x squared. Now, because I just canceled out two things, I'm going to go ahead and bring two terms down. So if I bring down both terms, and now again we do first to first. So x squared times what is negative 4x squared? That is just negative 4. And distribute to all three terms. Negative 4x squared plus 0x minus 8. Draw a line, change signs. Now here you've got a negative, so it becomes positive, negative, and then this one also becomes positive. These cancel, and you now have 7x and negative 10. If you try to do first to first again, you're going to notice you can't do x squared times anything gets me 7x. So that's actually a remainder, all of this. And so your final answer is 8x squared minus 4 plus a remainder of 7x minus 10 over your divisor of x squared minus 2. The big thing here is if, again, you're canceling out two things at once, go ahead and bring down two things at once.